Hey everyone, looks like you're in the right place. Welcome to Right Here, Right Now. My name is Nick, and today we have our guest Eri, who is a tutor at the SJSU Writing Center. So today we will talk about writer's block and how, any writer or student may come across a point where they're stuck and don't know how to get out of it. But first, let me ask you, Eri, how are you doing today?
Hi, Nick. I am doing okay. I'm a bit tired. Super Bowl was yesterday, but I'm doing okay. I'm back on the grind.
Good. Awesome. So, as someone who works at the SJSU Writing Center, maybe tell us about how it is like working here, or I guess, what is the Writing Center?
Yeah, well, I work as a writing tutor, and the Writing Center is basically where you can get tutoring help. I like to specifically highlight that it's human focus, and I think I got a question once that was like, what's the difference between going to the Writing Center and using ChatGPT? And I'm like, well, it's the human part, and you are more likely to learn something rather than edit something here in the Writing Center, is my opinion.
And I guess since you are a tutor here at the SJSU Writing Center, what exactly do you do, or how would you say you best help students with their work? Like, what do you help them with?
Well, I help students with any type of writing assignment. That can be discussion posts, essays, even their own resumes. And I can help with either grammar, content, format, citations, really a wide range. Anything writing related I can help with.
Awesome. That's so cool. Even though I already know, but what have you got out of the Writing Center so far?
I think what I've gotten from the Writing Center is specifically putting English and writing in a very practical sense. I think English majors, it's specifically very focused on analyzing and interpreting, which is beneficial in itself, but the Writing Center is very direct, like, this is how writing can help your life and help you communicate. And it's a very practical approach to writing, which I really appreciate. It's easier to explain to my folks. Yeah.
And would you consider yourself a writer? Like, would you say that, sure, you're a student who, probably has classes relating to writing, but would you consider yourself like a writer?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Elaborating off that question, what do you write about, or what do you like doing in terms of with writing?
Well, I like just analyzing pop culture. In my free time, as in not a student or work, I like analyzing specific events or experiences. Like, there's an essay I'm working on Substack about being a writer in the Silicon Valley, which is focused a lot on instant, how do I describe it? Very instant forms of knowledge, rather than the process of writing, which takes way longer than just instant.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What's your, I guess this is kind of stretching out a bit, but what is your goal for the future? What do you want to do as a writer, as someone who is a tutor that helps students? What's your goal with that?
I think my general goal past my job here at the Writing Center is to help bring the skills that being an English major can give to communicate to my community, specifically here in San Jose. English is a tool, and it's also an institution, and I think learning how to work within it can be very beneficial.
That's awesome. Yeah. So I guess we can get into our main topic now. Have you ever experienced writer's block? And if so, what situations has that come from?
Well, I feel like everyone experiences writer's block. And I think there's a lot of reasons why I experienced writer's block, like stress. I could not be... Writing is not the top... You need a lot of concentration to write.
Yeah.
And most of the time, most people don't have that concentration.
Mm-hmm. Especially as a college student.
Exactly, yeah. There's other factors like friendships or relationships that get in your mind. I think sleep. Sometimes I'm just too tired.
Yep, that's relatable.
Yeah. I think those are the main things though. Like sleep and stress.
Okay, yeah, and that's totally understandable. I feel like most students or writers will go through, those moments in their life where they, quite literally have a block in front of them or have some wall preventing them to really get further. And sometimes it's as easy as taking a nap or needing to just go out, really take your mind off things and focus on something other than the thing that you're trying to do, I guess. But it's really different for everyone. How did you personally overcome writer's block?
I think it takes a lot of breaks from writing itself, obviously. I think, especially if the topic I'm trying to write about is very big, like the topic of being a writer in the Silicon Valley. That's a very big topic.
Yeah.
And honestly, as I wanted to write that essay, I've realized I don't have the experience. I don't have enough experience to think about it yet.
Right.
So I needed just time away from it and just doing other things normally in my life. Yeah.
Gotta in order to focus in on the writing, you have to kind of take yourself out of that.
Yeah. Writing is very reflective, right? And if you are trying to force in a reflection, it's not really supernatural. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not trying to the more, and also I guess it's the more you think about it too, the more it will just circulate through your head. And it's not like you're getting any new ideas or any motivation that will allow you to really see yourself from outside and continue that work, I guess.
Yeah, I think the problem I come across is when I try to force out a reflection, I go to the most stereotypical perspective towards something. Oh, I'm not doing good in classes. Oh, it's because I am the most stereotypical response is I'm being stressed in the class, right? Mm-hmm. But is that really why? I'm not digging deep enough. I'm going for the surface level answer, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Right. In terms of having writer's block, what would you say helps you become a better writer and maybe allows you to avoid the chance for you to get writer's block, even though sometimes that just happens naturally and it's going to hit you no matter what? But is there anything that could help other students on avoiding the chance that you may experience writer's block?
Yeah, I think my biggest tip is to consume different types of content. Being a good reader really helps with writing, and sometimes seeing a topic from a different perspective that isn't your own voice really helps with that. So that's why I try to consume the literature on a certain topic to help me get out of a writer's block.
Right. Mm-hmm. And what topics, what topics usually help with that? Or what allows you to have a clear mind?
Right. Definitely lighthearted content. I think, although there's times where I'm I want to do more reading on the specific topic that I want to write about. Lighthearted content is a mind break. And sometimes it's I need this mind break. So whether that be scrolling through social media, I know not the best. Waiting.
I mean, everyone does it.
Everyone does it. But or just watching a fun gaming video on YouTube. Yeah. Just content that doesn't require that much brain energy. And then maybe when I'm feeling up to it, going to back to the different types of literature or content that it's more about the topic I want to write about.
Good. Yeah. If a freshman asked you, let's just say they had a tutoring appointment with you, and they asked you how they can get out of writer's block and they need some sort of guidance, what would you tell them?
Well, I guess the most instant way is just go on a walk.
Yeah.
Go on a walk, do something, I hate to say it, touch grass, just do something that isn't school related. Because like I said, stress is like one of the biggest factors I get writer's block. I don't know if that's what that student is experiencing, but it most likely is stress, in my opinion. But going out and just doing something fun. And I know that some students don't have enough time sometimes, like especially I think the writer's block comes at the worst time for most people. So it doesn't have to be like a big long thing, just like maybe like a 5-minute walk, or just like maybe just sitting in silence by yourself, like in a park, in nature, like in your room. Not really, it's kind of like meditation, right? Like you don't let any thoughts stay, but you can kind of just let them flow through you.
And I think bouncing off that, I think what's important for everyone is the fact that I think it's good to always make time, you know, for moments that even if it's only like a few minutes at a time, but I think it's really important to ground yourself in the space you're in and I guess step back. And this is not even for just writer's block. This is also just in general. I feel like to avoid stress as a student is to really, you know, step back, take a deep breath, you know, do something like box breathing, something that, you know, can help you. It doesn't even have to be anything that brings you to your comfort zone. You know, it doesn't have to be, if you don't like meditation, you don't have to meditate, but it's just something that you enjoy doing that's, you know, stress-free. Because I feel like sometimes a lot of students, especially like new college students, aren't used to getting a lot of work or having to multitask like crazy because, you know, you're in college, you're going to be stressed no matter what. But it's ways to kind of combat that.
Yeah.
So.
And can I add on to your point?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. And I think that when you're a new college student, you're getting so much information for like the first time. I mean, obviously high school, you get a lot of information, but college is when it gets really more intensified. Plus the information from the news, plus the information you're just getting from word of mouth. It's a lot of information all at once. And I think that's where our brains start to freeze and get writer's block, because we're not processing the information. We're just trying to move on to the next thing. And, you know, sometimes that's what's needed, but you can't come up with any ideas, or you can't really dig deeper into the information you received unless you sit with it and just like let yourself process it all.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you experience writer's block?
Ooh, asking the question to me.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's totally fine. No. So, I mean, I wouldn't, as a student, I would say there's definitely times where I have experienced writer's block. Usually for big projects, big assignments like essays and stuff. Thankfully, I'm a film student, so a lot of my work tends to be, you know, consuming either movies or having to produce. But definitely like usually it's like the classes that are GEs I have to fill. Like a couple semesters ago, I had a really large essay, or like probably one of the biggest essays I've ever had to like do in my life. And it was very stressful. I did not know what to write about because I didn't know the topic very well either. So it was just like, I have to do a topic I don't know. And this is due at a certain point. And I'm like, it's fine. I'll procrastinate. I'll give it a month or two because we had like a couple months to do it. It's like a week until it's due at this point. And I'm like, well, I don't have anything. I'm like, I got nothing. So, I mean, to be fair though, for me personally, I work better under pressure, and everyone's different in that sense. Some people don't even want to encounter the pressure of something being due at a certain point. But for me, I do work better under pressure, and it's like something will pop in my head. I'm like, great, I'm going to write about that. And it's a lot about, for me, what I usually do is like if I'm working too hard on an assignment and I have been at it for hours, I'll just completely stop. I'll, you know, go to bed, do whatever, play video games, anything I can do, and to like, you know, stop thinking about it, because I've realized that it really doesn't help when I'm just trying to like poke a stick in my at an assignment over and over again until like I get something, you know. So it's all about making sure that I also know myself as well, you know, make sure that I have, make sure I know I'm capable of getting an assignment done in a certain amount of time. But Yeah, I think it's a matter of just like, yeah, de-stressing myself from the whole situation because after that point, I finally have the motivation to like get there. And I feel like this is for like, this is not even just for writing. This is just in general. I feel like there's a lot of times where I get like some sort of block, some sort of wall that's preventing me from progressing more. And uh, once I get there, though, I feel very happy that I finally was able to like make some sort of progress on the assignment or project or whatever that I had. So yeah.
Yeah, like I think there's a saying like you can't deep-fry an egg or something. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
Am I
have.
crazy?
No. I've totally heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you just have to keep moving forward.
Which sucks if you're like a first-year college student and this is like your first time having to like endure that.
Right.
Yeah.
and it's, I mean, college is not only about, getting a good grade and getting like experience. Well, it's kind of about that stuff. But I mean, it's also about, discovering yourself, and college is the opportunity to really find, allow you to find yourself and know how you can deal with certain situations and things like that. So, yeah. So, Eri, what would you say is probably like the things that you do whenever you're stressed, or whenever you're stressed and like need to relax? What lets you relax?
To be so for real, I play Sims 4 and like that is my way of relaxing.
No, that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to do in Sims?
I just like making characters. I think I like because I use CC, which is like custom content, and I like decorate different characters, or like I design houses. I just like the art part of it. Like playing the actual game is kind of boring to me. But yeah, that's my de-stressor. I think it's to go deep in it. I'm like, I think I like control, but like yeah.
I mean, but also it's a way for you to like have another creative outlook on things, or like at least it allows you to like explore your creativity through another medium.
Yes, and creativity that's like easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to think too much about it. You could just kind of like, you have something to go off of.
Exactly.
I'd say.
Like this looks pretty. Oh, that doesn't look pretty.
Yeah. Good.
But yeah, other types of games that I like to play are usually along those lines of like decorating.
Yeah. Something that
dress
like
up.
isn't too like, action-y, or something that's like gonna fry your brain.
I don't know how people can relax like with like shooter games. It's like, yeah.
I think like in a way it could also just be less of a de-stressor for people, but more of like a distraction.
Oh yeah.
I think I could see it in that way. Like for me personally, I mean, honestly, the game I probably play the most, especially to de-stress, is probably Minecraft. So, I mean, it's one of those games that you can really just take your time in and chill out. But
what's your favorite part about Minecraft? Is it the creative mode or like the survival mode?
I'd say the survival. I have like a whole server with friends and stuff, so I like playing. Usually, it's like I like the community aspect of Minecraft. So like playing with friends, building things together. Doing those kinds of things, it allows me to relax.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I only play Minecraft on creative mode, so I can't relate.
No, but creative mode is the most way you could be creative. So that's yeah. Ooh, I got a good question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food to eat when you're kind of like something that you snack on, something you're like, let's just say you're having a stressful time doing some homework, doing assignments, you have a big project coming up. What's your go-to snack?
My go-to snack?
If you had to think of anything.
Let's see. I love drinking like an iced coffee. Shout out Nirvana Soul.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. But I don't know. Does coffee count as a snack?
I'd say so. Yeah. I mean, it also, I find like drinking a stimulation in a way. Like it allows you to like stimulate like drinking something or eating something. But yeah, I'd say that's a snack.
Yeah, that's so real. Yeah, I think just like pastries. I feel like I'm not really a big snack person, as in like chips, but like a sweet pastry. That's like.
I love sweet things. It will keep me awake for a good amount of time until like I have allows me to like do something quickly, and then after I'm just gonna crash out. But
It also kind of feels like a real food compared to other snacks. Does that make sense? Like it's
Yeah.
not, like chips don't feel like a real food.
yeah, no, you're right. I feel like having like an actual dedicated like kind of like, as you said, like pastry or something. I feel like it's more of also probably more healthy.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
I guess it depends.
Not the pastries I eat.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah. Is there any other tips you could recommend to writers or students alike that experience, writer's block, stress, anxiety, anything else?
Yeah, just a quick one. This is probably the most obvious, and I should have mentioned it first. Free writing really helps. Like giving yourself like a certain amount of time, like 5 minutes, and then just like writing all your thoughts, not like caring about grammar or whether it makes sense. That's just the best way to see what you actually know and what you actually need to like do more research on. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you. It looks like we're right on time. So thank you so much for joining me, Eri. It was a pleasure. Hope to see you back on this show. But yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Nick.
Yeah, so I think your paper right now looks pretty good. The organization looks great. You have little to no grammatical issues. So
Hey, did you enjoy that podcast? Well, I hope you did, because we're recording another one right now. And if you want to keep up to date with our future podcast episodes or want to learn more about the Writing Center, you could check out our social media or go to our website at sjsu.edu/writing center.